Establishing battlefield control.
Hello, and welcome to DevTalk 7. I'm here with a number of folks that like to shoot things and collect bugs and occasionally fix games. Joining me are a couple of devs and lead testers. I would like them to introduce themselves, but first, my name is Whistle. I am a senior. I am the project manager for Firestorm and the TA team. And with me, first of all, is Bread. Tell me about yourself.
Hey, I'm Saintbred. I usually test Renegade X and Firestorm, and I make sure bugs get squashed before they actually make it to release.
And you also, talk with me sometimes.
I also talk with that handy guy.
With him, we've got Math as well.
Hello, you lead tester for the group, and I usually test infantry. Simple as that.
Short and sweet. And Jay.
Hello, I'm Jay, or RealLegendaryJ. I'm a newly appointed lead tester, and I do a lot of behind-the-scenes testing for both Renegade X and Firestorm.
So these are the guys that collect the majority of the bugs, collates them into something reasonable, and the man who generally gets stuck fixing them, Hande.
Okay, anyway, I'm Handepsilon. I'm the fixer guy, also known as the programmer, the lead programmer to be exact. Yeah, the fixing is just one of the many things I do in the programming side. So, if anything's get fixed or getting changed, probably ask me. Back to you.
Our senior artist, Horseman, is here with us as well.
Hi, I'm Four Horsemen, and I'm the lead artist on Firestorm.
And lastly, we got the young pup of the team. We've got Bruni here as well, joining us for today.
Hey, I'm Bruni. I've been developing the UI for Firestorm and some design assets for Totem Arts.
I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, you do a hell of a lot for the team, and it is appreciated.
Thank you.
So, first things first on the agenda, everyone's talking about Q2 2022 as release. You're half right. We are going to be releasing a particular game mode to the public so that we can increase player feedback, collect balanced statistics, and also make sure we are ready to go with our server listings. This is a lot of fine-tuning that we want to do before we release the full game. So we're going to give you a sneak preview with essentially a beta or a demo version, which is Firestorm Assault, or just Assault. To talk about it, Bruni has Hande and Bruni, go ahead.
Yeah, it's if it's ever played Unreal Tournament, which is the father of this engine actually. It's basically an objective. Firestorm Assault is like an objective-based game mode. I've once upon a time, if any of you remember, I tried to make a co-op. It never got through, but this might be whether it culminates into an objective-based game mode based on Firestorm.
Yeah, we could say it's more based on Battlefield Rush. It's a very nice and cool game mode. Very, very small, but it can still show a lot of the potential of Firestorm for sure.
Oh, definitely. I really like the opportunity that we've got to show some of the narrative as well. If anyone's played Renegade X, it can be a little bit stale, sort of like MOBA-ish, where you're running through lanes and you're fighting each other. In each instance, you're building your own story. But in this one, we get to explore an outside narrative, things happening because you progress through the map. Stuff like that I really love. We get to do something a little bit different.
Yeah, freedom, absolutely freedom in this. That's what I love about this game mode.
Oh yeah.
Is this also
Go
infantry
literally
based,
anywhere.
by the way?
This is like heavily infantry focused. Most of your combat is gonna be basically in a more enclosed map, mostly with infantry.
Yeah, and we can't ignore the fact that it's gonna be it's gonna have like narrative in the maps.
Oh, for sure. But you'll be able to explore that on an individual scale. You are a human running through the combat encounters, living out the end of the world as Kane tries to convert everybody else, and GDI are just trying to get by, messing with each random warlord that they get through.
Wait, hold on. Isn't Kane already officially died in this timeline?
Not for the first time, though.
Kane is never dead. Okay.
Kane lives.
yes.
Kane lives in death.
Kane lives.
So, do you know who everyone here supports?
Okay, nod.
Yeah, well,
Definitely not.
Yeah.
I will admit there is a certain special feeling when you chase GDI down with a flamethrower that just you can't replicate in
yeah.
other games. It's just
Oh yeah, that
Or
will
the
be
Brotherhood.
available.
so.
That will be available, right?
It will be available. Yeah, this is one of the classes. This is a lot what we need to talk about is the loadout system and the development to infantry themselves. So, listening to our testers so far, we've had infantry vaulting. We've improved mobility across the board so that you can actually fight and defeat chest-high walls now. You know, apply any gamer, I suppose, will get behind. Everyone hates it, especially Resident Evil fans. But, yeah, on top of that is our new infantry loadout system. Opposed to Renegade X, where you have one class, one futuristic cool gun like the Chem Trooper, and you know what they've got, they're right in front of you. We're moving to a Battlefield-esque customization system. It means you get a lot more versatility.
I kind of forgot if we actually have this in the one of the dev plays. Probably not, but yeah, basically, instead of one weapon confined to one class, you have one class that has selections of weapons, primary weapons, sidearms, and then the grenades. Also, each class also has their own abilities. So, like, someone will get an ammo pack, or someone will get a medipack, or someone will be the engineer, just like the regular Renegade X or Renegade. But they will have weapons, actual weapons to fight people.
Yeah, you get to mix and
A
match.
lot of variety between them.
Oh, yeah.
They gave me a gun?
Oh, yeah.
Combat engineer.
Yeah. On top of that, not only do you have the
Soviet.
classic medic for GDI, we get the confessor for Nod. So instead of getting patched up by a bandage or anything, you get to confess your sins and feel lifted and buoyed by the confession, and charge headlong into GDI lines of fire and get ripped apart. But you survive for a few seconds to take some GDI down with you. Very fun, and you get to fully customize what weapons you're bringing into that. My personal favorites, if you've ever seen the cutscenes, is the pulse rifle from GDI, where you can double tap a cyborg in the face. There's something about just being able to fight off armored vehicles with a bit of your secondary fire that really swings it for me. Basic infantry are really fun in that way.
Yeah, I'm going to lead on with this. There's, unlike a game like Battlefield, you don't have 5 different kinds of assault rifles. You actually have a load of different styles of guns for each class. So you got SMGs, you got sniper rifles, all that kind of good stuff.
And it's definitely unique from the other rifles, so you definitely have a
Yeah.
lot of varieties to play with.
It's not a difference of just fire rate versus how much damage it does. They all play completely differently.
Of course,
So-
you will always pick sniper. As you do.
Well, that's just me. That's just me.
Damn sniper mains.
Well,
yeah.
sniper does have the bullet drop. Don't forget about that. Also, they're projectile and not instant, like the Renegade X.
That
Yes,
just makes
so
it more
it is-
fun.
Yeah, more
Also,
challenge.
you can't walk and shoot with the sniper anymore. So yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
changes.
Just so you know, there's no wind. There's like no wind mechanics, so the weapon still shoots straight and
Yeah.
goes vertically, not horizontally.
Let's face it, I
Still a
think
bit of arcade.
yeah, let's face it, wind would be a little bit too much for some folks. You know, this isn't like that one Modern Warfare mission where you're trying to fire in Chernobyl and take someone down. That's a bit much. We don't need wind for flags and stuff like that. Let's not go
There's
that
also
far.
is a
Yes.
Dharma.
Well, yeah. Yeah, let's not talk about armor. That's a bit much.
Yeah,
we
do not
do
need vehicles
we-
launching into space.
Yeah, no, let's not get armored. I remember very distinctly trying to climb up a ladder and my legs getting broken, so... But yeah, we haven't touched on the Black Hand or the Jump Jet Trooper either.
Yeah, absolutely. So Black Hand is your standard sneaky class, but you also got gliders. again, loadouts. You get to choose what kind of style you want to go into here. Black Hand also have access to a bit more of a potent arsenal of weapons, but also more varied again. So it's focus on recon. You'd also see a focus on recon for Black Hand. So you'd go and try and scout out the enemy. You get a seeker drone. You've seen that one already, I'd say. And you get sensor grenades, things like that. And the stealth with a sniper rifle, I'm afraid, is just that's my favorite right now. Especially, you get right up close behind someone and you shoot them with the sniper rifle. Best feeling in the world. You don't have to worry about aiming. You don't have to worry about bullet drop. You're behind them.
Damn sniper mains.
Yeah.
Yeah, using sniper shotgun. That sounds like Renegade X there.
I really thought
But,
we were
yeah,
going one way and then we went another. That is horrific, Math. That is absolutely dire. Yeah, the best feeling in the world is when you get up behind someone with a high-powered slug rifle and you execute them. You don't even need to worry about bullet drop. You just hide the body under the building and you don't. That's it.
Yeah. The jump jet trooper is very similar, but their mobility is what makes them very powerful. So you'd think they hop into the air, well, you just snipe them out of the air. It's like skeet shooting. Well, it's a bit harder than that. I can say that. Thankfully, it's a bit harder than that. So, but your movement as a jump jet trooper is insane. So you can flank from all sorts of positions. Nexus was killing me everywhere. Like, I just be hiding somewhere as a stealth unit. And next thing, Nexus just kind of jumps down top of my head, bonk in the noggin. I'm down. Just amazing.
Jump jet troopers will definitely be the pest of GDI. So you better shoot
Yeah.
them down before they shoot you.
Oh yeah, they're very effective. At
Well,
that.
I think both jump jet and the Black Hand, they both have the mobility. Basically, yeah, did the mobile troops in the arsenal.
Yeah, indeed.
I do want to point out, for more hardcore TS fans, you still get to use your heavy machine gun as a jump jet. That's still completely viable. That's actually really good against cyborgs.
Oh yeah. We haven't even touched about a lot of the weapons available. For basic infantry, for GDI, we've got a lot of asynchronicity. So GDI, you got the pulse rifle you've seen in the cutscenes. Nod don't. They've got an assault rifle, right? With an underbarrel grenade launcher?
Yep.
Yeah.
Some people probably already sees that in some of the dev plays because it was there. It was there.
Oh yeah, the gun's still there. But what else do we have available for the basic infantry? They have the flamethrower as one of their final weapons that they can buy for their primary. What's GDI's?
Nobody likes GDIs. That's why nobody knows.
Nobody likes GDI here. We're all brotherhood.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I stick with the pulse rifle anyway. I don't really go for the later stage weapons because I spend my time in a tank.
Yeah, goddamn tank players.
Well, Titan, Titan
Hey,
jockeys.
but you got your disc throwers. You got your disc grenades that you can pick up and throw around. It's pretty fun. You do also have a light machine gun which you can use. Also very effective against some of those heavier units.
Oh yeah.
I think marksman rifle too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
Marksman rifle is fairly effective, all right.
I think it's got to just be like the jump jet trooper has more tuned weapons, more eccentric weapons. They've got the disc grenade launcher, essentially just disc grenades fired from a weapon. So while you're flying around above people, you can just rain death down upon your enemies, vehicles, buildings, people. And if they don't kill you, you're gonna ruin their day.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be
absolutely. And we haven't even touched on secondaries, things like that yet.
Oh, you're gonna be
So-
seeing that.
We've been talking about infantry for a while now.
Yeah. So I think the next thing that we need to talk about is what we've changed to make it happen, which would be the UI.
So one of the cool things about the new HUD that was implemented into Firestorm is that it reduces a lot of clutter and minimalization. Compared to Renegade X, it's a lot more cleaner and more smoother. The new HUD was actually inspired by Halo, believe it or not. It's more futuristic, it's more sci-fi, but the HUD and the display is more consistently, how should I say?
Yeah, it puts it a bit more around the cursor. And if you're in a tank, you want to be looking at the enemy, not down at the bottom of your screen or in some other direction. You got to see what's important. So, for example, the health, the ammunition, all the reload states, that's all right there, right beside the cursor, so you can see it.
Yeah, particularly if you've got to like make every shot count in a tank versus tank engagement, 1-on-1. You know, if you get that first shot off, then you have to look at something else. You're going to fall behind the curve and get annihilated.
Oh yeah, it's also, you know, it mentions when your abilities and stuff are ready. It's pretty neat.
Which is impressive. There's a lot more information in Firestorm that needs to be shown, but we have the same amount of space to work with, so it is important that we're able to relay the big things to people.
And what was the HUD inspired by? Who made the HUD? A concept from the first playtest by Havoc?
Some guy called Havoc, yeah.
Yeah.
Who he is.
You're doing him dirty, man. Doing him dirty. And I can tell you, if he were here now, he'd be upset by this.
I gotta say, looking at their concept and looking at how it was implemented, it's amazingly close. Like it's normally you don't get concepts applied one-to-one, but this came out perfect.
Oh yeah, I think it's his ideas for the game definitely have come a long way in shaping how the game is actually coming up, and it is a hell of a vision so far.
What about you, Bruni? What do you think about it?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Mr. Man who made it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know that Bruni made most of this HUD. Actually,
Yeah,
phenomenal. He actually whipped it up really
Yeah,
fast.
it was really. I actually really liked it. It was beautiful.
first thing I did was changing the ammo counter for fun because I was bored, and then I just started learning script and Flash. So it was a really fun trip because I've had to make a lot of new stuff in the code side and also skill farm side. So I learned a lot, and it was very fun. It was frustrating, of course, but it was very fun. Frustrating mainly because UDK is frustrating.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Bruni, Handa, you both worked very closely on implementing the UI. What kind of changes are we seeing here?
Well, Bruni has been helping a lot, really. He was the one who coupled everything together from the concept we have. Bruni, you wish to say anything?
I don't think I have nothing to say exactly. What is interesting about this loadout screen is just that you can see the stats of your weapons and see the available structures in the selected outposts. Select how you want to spawn, so if it's on the ground or from a drop pod, and yeah, stuff like that. I think one of the hardest things when making this was actually more on the code side, so that is for Henday to answer.
The what?
The code side of stuff. So basically,
Oh, yeah.
it's the beginning moving from the classes to a loadout system was very complicated.
Yeah, for those who has heard me of talking about it, I just script in scale form just nuts. You have, but yeah, it's a bit technical side though. But yeah, it's very complicated. But yeah, in this picture here, in this basically the purchase terminal will be the purchase system. We'll be able to select the weapons here, and then in the bottom we'll have the credits available and the credits that will be needed. So you can select everything, but in order to purchase, you still need the good amount of credits in order to purchase it. Oh yeah, there is also the class upgrades. We haven't talked about that.
No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
haven't.
There's also a specialization. We also haven't talked about it. So you can
Yeah,
choose medic, engineer in the light infantry.
Yeah, that's one of the abilities. The other abilities will be the equipment, of course. But yeah, class upgrades. If you played Renegade X, you will know about the VP system. It's not exactly like that. This class upgrade is not exactly like that. Instead of all stats change, it's going to change certain types like the increased health or ability regeneration, or even Tiberium suit for the Tiberium
Resistance.
traverse.
Just
Yeah, resistance.
invulnerability.
Well, not resistance. You can
Basic-
walk on Tiberium, but you still can get hit by the Tiberium weapons.
Yeah,
Yep.
it opens up the map for certain levels, because what was previously a death trap for basic infantry is now a battlefield. People will now be walking through, patrolling, and fighting amongst Tiberium crystals about the size of your body, if not bigger. It makes... I really like to see that in the maps themselves, but I think we're going a little bit overboard here. We can talk about those a little bit more in the next DevTalk when we are talking about the eco changes as well and some of the maps themselves. For now, though, since we're talking about art stuff, let's not go over the concept art. So, the Zone Trooper has just about been completed. He's not going to be in the Firestorm Assault mode, but my god, he's a chunky boy.
Yeah, I think it came out pretty well. A Zone Trooper is a higher tier unit. He's the opposite of the Cyborg that's on Nod, and he's just a real big, powered armor GDI unit. So
The previous Zone Trooper that we have, it's just a coupled model.
It's the old
It
power suit,
doesn't
right?
look it didn't look like that, but it's actually the Bobby's power suit.
It looked like it was the Sydney power armor with the helmet on, right?
Well, prototype
Yes.
Mobius suit.
More
Yeah.
or less, yeah.
this is a good, probably head taller than that suit, so it's a much larger model than that one. In fact, we had to create a new rig with all new animations because it won't fit on the standard infantry rig. Heavily influenced by some concept art we found from the Command & Conquer 3 Zone Trooper. We just wanted to kind of dial it back a little bit from that, to try and, match that tech progression from, Firestorm to CNC3. So we kind of gave it a bit more of an industrial, grungy look to the design. Yeah, so a couple of neat features of this one is it has some jump jets, do some point-to-point jumping, maybe a little bit of hovering. We'll see how balance works out with that one. It has a shield on the right arm that you could kind of deploy to just defend yourself in certain situations. And it also has a hard point on the back for mounting big cannons. So we're excited to see where that goes. Another little nifty thing that we ran into on this model is the model can't shoulder any weapons due to the model clipping, so all weapons are going to have to be hip fired. Something we ran into, but something that could turn out pretty well because we can make all the weapons look real big and beefy and really fit the model. I'm just excited to see it in game.
Well, one of the things we do need to talk about is the Cyborg Reaper. It's this concept art specifically. If anyone's seen the games, have played Firestorm, watched the FXs, they look goofy as hell, We needed to translate something that is an old era
Terrifying.
into something that would scare the shit out of you. It's the end of the world, so how do you top the end of the world? Well, cyborg masterminds. Okay, cool. Now they're giant metallic spider folks with ripped out jaws and a weird voice box and big guns.
And they will be picking from your door.
Oh yes.
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've had that experience. I think everyone else does already.
So that's one of
Even playing with them, even playing on Nod side, seeing those things is creepy.
We don't have the model done just yet. We are on the concept stage, but we wanted to make sure that we really nailed down the feeling.
We haven't really designed how the weapons are going to mount to it yet, other than hand and back, but how they're going to look and everything. So we're still going through some little elements of it. There's some variations, though, that I do like. The concept artist has been putting in for different upgrades that each unit can get. So for the Cyborg Reaper, there's some class upgrades it can get. So we're exploring different elements of that, such as like a rear pack that does something. So the GDI counterpart to the Reaper is going to be a version of the Exo proto suit from an old obscure Tiberian Sun trailer. So we're doing our take on that as GDI's super heavy unit. So we don't have any concept art to show for that yet, but definitely stay tuned because it's gonna be pretty sweet. So for the new assault mode that's coming out later this year, the Reaper and the ZT and GDI's, counterpart to the Reaper will not be in that game mode on release. We just won't have all the assets completed in time, but the Black Hand will be making his appearance in that game mode.
So, knocking on from that, we got the Black Hand Trooper as well.
Indeed, this is the NOD Specialist unit.
They are not as powered armored as the Zone Troopers or anything like that. They are in tandem with the Jump Jets. They're loosely equivalent in what they do.
The Black Hand is the well-known unit in the Command & Conquer universe. So this is, and it has gone through many different versions. So this is our take on the Black Hand. That high-tech special operations kind of a infiltrator unit. It's got a light-powered exo.
To a degree, it's looser stuff. It's not full-on. It's the way it was just
exoskeleton.
That's it. It's an exosuit.
A stealth suit. A glider, a wing glider suit. So just, giving him definitely an advantage on mobility and stealth, while still allowing him to pack some pretty serious firepower. So yeah, we just went in that direction. We also want to make sure it still felt grounded with stuff like a weapon harness, ammo, pouches. And I think the concept artist really nailed that look, really nailed that feel. So we're actually quite happy with the way it turned out.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, this, as I said, is about the feel of the concept art, making sure we nail down what these characters and classes are really going to look like. Some of the other work we've done is with audio, and I think that's really coming through.
Yeah, our audio guy is not here though.
It's not.
But you do work closely with them myself.
I do. We're looking to, well, besides the basic pew pew gun shoot sounds, which are now coming across really, really well. Like they've custom tuned to give a bit more weight. So the Titan, listen to this. Sounds amazing. There's going to be a lot of tweaking to the weapons. The Wolverine itself, that you may be familiar with from the trailer, has also had its audio changed for its guns. So a lot more threat, a lot more oh god, you're going to die, and a lot more I'm holding down the trigger until they stop moving. That kind of feeling is going to be... We've nailed it down. We've got Korn on the team. He is doing some amazing work. But what else we're doing is bringing on a couple of voice actors from the community and from out, so that we can play about with some voice lines. If you've ever played Battlefront, Battlefield, all that stuff, reloading your weapon, calling out targets, all that jazz, you're going to have a persona, somebody who has voiced your character and that's going to be persistent for your life. So if you die, you're going to sound different.
Outpost captured.
You're not going to be the same guy every time, and the people around you are going to be varied. It's going to be a system of about 5, I think it's going to be 5 personas per class, essentially. So you're going to see a lot of different voice lines, and a few jokes thrown in there as well. Some things you'll remember, some things you won't.
Well, we're not going to use the Tapirnsan voice lines as in the one in the Tapirnsan game. Like we did in the previous DevTalk. I think that was just temporary, right?
I mean, you'll see some nods to it, and you'll see our own takes on them, but
Yeah, of course.
you will hear the inspirations. Even in the menu and when you're buying stuff. Yeah. I'm really proud of some of the work that we've done so far. Some of the voice lines are just incredible. And let's face it, the Kane ones, it's good. But this leads on to as well the fact that we are pulling from the community. This is what is driving this game, from lead testers to just our testers to the devs to everyone that's involved in the project. 9 times out of 10, they come from the community who just play this game and want to see more and do more and have more. And if you feel like you can do something like that, check out our new webpage. We're going to be linking it below. We've just redone our domain, and we are looking for people to join us. If you've got the chops, if you've got the skills, have a look, see if you can spare some time for us. Anything that you can do to help, please do. But
I was from the community.
so was I.
Like, I was from the community before. Like, 10 years ago, maybe.
Back in my day.
In my day?
I think that's true for Bruni, that's true for Brett, that's true for Math, that's true for Jay, that's true for me, and everybody, well, most of the people within the team. We're all from it. If you want to get involved, check us out. If you want to meet us, if you want to hang out, join us in the Discord. If you want to join us as a tester, just join the community. Take part in our events. You'll get noticed. We'll keep an eye out. We always do.
We're always watching.
Always.
And judging.
Always
Stop
watch.
scaring the new people away.
No, I think that Math's just disposing of the third body today.
God damn it.
How do you know that?
I just have a good
He knows too much. He
estimation.
knows too much.
Yeah.
Fourth body detected.
There's still a lot we need to talk about. This is just, we wanted to give you the lowdown for Q2 2022, the Firestorm Assault beta and game mode, and to announce that we are going to be releasing our new website and making some changes to our Discord. But something to look out for the future. This is the Renegade birthday anniversary, 20th birthday. Keep your eyes open.
Whoa. The birthday already? Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Dang.
I'm getting old.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
it is already a year.
I remember
a year
it was last year.
after, a year after the first dev play, right? Last year was the first dev play that we set.
That's true. I think that's good. Well, just to recap for the day, we have Q2 2022, ideally releasing Firestorm Assault. Keep an eye out for it in the future. Additionally, this is the Renegade birthday, so happy birthday, Renegade.
One of the big changes is we're dropping the Renegade name from Firestorm, since Firestorm will be a standalone game.
Additionally, we're doing a rework for our Discord. We're also releasing a new website, switching a few things over, so join us, have a little look around. Check out the jobs page if you're interested in giving us a hand. Besides that, I guess from everyone I gotta say thank you and take it easy.